I hate K-pop. I don't get BTS.
K-pop?
They look like they're just a bunch of... How did this become a thing in Western culture where all these grown men and little girls are jerking off to little K-pop boys? It's like a little fetish. It's like a little Twink Gay Fetish about these K-pop boys.
Does Ian have an insight on K-pop?
Let's see. I've used the gay word derogatorily.
A couple times.
And I've said...
probably just cancel his show.
What can you do to me? I've already said the N-word. You can't take me down. I've already said the N-word. Live.
Let's not invite
You
anyone.
can't touch me.
Please stop. Something great.
Oopsie of the week. So you know that YouTube is going crazy, Twitter is going crazy right now because H3H3 said something controversial about K-pop, and as K-pop YouTubers, we decided to just give our thoughts on this issue. And to start with, for people who don't know what's going on, here's a clip of Ethan from H3H3 podcast saying his opinion about K-pop.
Ariana Grande, Lil Nas, Billie Eilish. Oh, did you just put in some music, Zach?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, so we don't sit in
Oh,
silence.
BTS. I don't get the BTS thing. I'm just gonna say it right now. I don't like K-pop. I hate K-pop. I don't get BTS.
K-pop?
They look like they're just a bunch of... How did this become a thing in Western culture where all these grown men and little girls are jerking off to little K-pop boys? It's like a little fetish. It's like a little Twink Gay Fetish about these K-pop
Does
boys.
Ian have an insight on K-pop?
Ian, do you like K-pop? What do you think about BTS?
I mean, I don't like it, but
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
it's just pop. I don't know.
Just pop music.
You know,
But you like
F
pop.
tier, easy. I don't know. I don't like the kind of the blend they do of like hip hop and then like
And,
really not that interesting pop music. I don't know. It's
I
not
don't
for
get
me.
it.
But I see why people like it. I don't
But
know.
do people like it ironically? Or
No!
Because that's what I thought.
No! Dude, people are crazy on Twitter, the K-pop fans. It's so weird. All they do is post a GIF of their favorite like K-pop person dancing, and they go fucking crazy. Like, I'm pretty sure that somebody's going to try to assassinate me. Like, everybody's into this K-pop phenomenon, and I don't know. It's like
I don't think it's everyone. They're just very loud.
K-pop.
I know that like Harley Plays is into K-pop. Harley Morley. I think PewDiePie's into K-pop. I know that Ian is a huge K-pop fan.
No. But I get it. I get why people like it. I don't know. It's like One Direction or any of that stuff.
I
Okay.
always
Just have-
hated boy bands.
But like, why would somebody like Harley like One Direction?
It's a great question.
You know, or PewDiePie. And I might be talking out of turn here, but I'm pretty sure PewDiePie likes K-pop.
Not just ironically.
No,
That's what
you
I
don't
wanted.
listen to music ironically.
So honestly, I think Ethan is just using this whole situation. He has nothing to lose, obviously. His demographics are not K-pop based, and this is his character, right? Like, he jokes around and brushes off these kind of
He's
stuff
the
very
edge
often.
lord.
Yeah, and I've seen his Twitter feed, and he's currently enjoying the whole stuff. Like, he's mocking K-pop fans and, you know, joking about it constantly. I think it is a smart tactic on his side, but I don't know if he was smart to say those comments in that way, in those wordings.
I'm sure he got what he wanted though.
Yeah, he probably got what he wanted. He knew what was coming too,
Right.
because like he
Yeah.
said, like he'd probably get like assassinated by people. But the thing is, I think even though it was like intentional and maybe he like baited for this, if you just see his facial expression or his tone, he really meant it. And on Twitter as well, like he keeps on going.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah, he
totally
keeps
think
on going and says
means
like
it.
stuff like, to K-pop fans, lighten up nerds, you are really just a bunch of little girls like jerking off
He's enjoying
K-pop
his
boys.
moment. He's enjoying his
Yeah,
moment.
so I do really think he thinks like that. Well, first of all, thank you for generalizing all K-pop fans as like little boys, little girls that jerk off of stuff and belittling people. So
I haven't turned off in a while.
yeah,
I'm on a no
yeah,
path.
no, we just have different interests, and I don't know why that should be a subject of belittling. Anyways, I just thought we should go on into his comments from the video one by one and see what our thoughts are
Alright.
about it. So first of all, he starts off with saying, I don't get the BTS thing. I don't like K-pop. I hate K-pop, and I don't get BTS. So
That's a personal opinion.
yeah.
He doesn't have to like it.
Mhm.
He can hate K-pop.
Yeah, yeah.
I honestly don't care.
I mean, Honestly, I think it's okay
Yeah,
too.
whatever.
Like, it's his own opinion,
Yeah.
and nobody's stopping him from doing that. But the thing I'm wondering is, I don't know what K-pop did to him so much that he has like this hate
Maybe he's
towards
annoying,
K-pop,
I
because
don't
it's
know.
just a genre, you know. At the end, it's just
Whatever.
music.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you hate music.
People can have personal preferences. They don't need logic to back it up.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
can
but-
just hate something for whatever it is.
You know, there's this other guy named Ian, right?
Yeah.
Like, he appears in the video as well. And what this guy says is, like, he doesn't like it. It's not for me, but I see why people like it. And he has a solid reason stating that his, like, musical preference is, like, he doesn't like the blend between hip-hop and, like, the contemporary, like, you know.
Yeah.
So he has a musical aspect on it, and I totally respect his opinion because he phrased it in a respectful way. But, like, Ethan's, like, full-on, just starting with, I hate K-pop. It gets pretty worse. Like,
I think that's not the problem.
yeah, this is not the problem. This is just like the
What followed after?
appetizer. This is
what
just a
followed
salad.
after
Okay.
is like, yeah.
Yeah, let's go get the steak. So then he goes on saying like, oh, they look like, and then he stops, and then he's like, oh, they look like a bunch of, and then he stops. So I think he might have felt like, oh, this is going too much there. Like, he
yeah,
stopped there. He
knows.
put a break there. He didn't really finish the sentence, but just to like look into his intentions of saying like, oh, they look like a bunch of, and then what? Like, what was he trying to say? Like, and it's pretty obvious, like,
pretty negative.
inferring from his other comments,
Yeah,
right?
right.
But just thinking of that connotation itself, he's at first trying to judge someone by appearance. They look like a bunch of, and idols, I mean, appearance is a big factor, but their job is to perform music and perform like dances on stage. I don't know why he's trying to put appearance-wise standards on the front and like judging people up front, but like he stopped there, so I'm no judgment too.
Nothing problematic so far.
Okay, nothing problematic
I'm
so
fine,
far.
yeah.
And then he goes on saying like, how did this become a thing in the Western culture?
You could be questioning it. Nothing problematic so far.
Oh,
I'm okay.
okay.
I'm still okay. Yeah.
Okay, he could
I'll
be
tell you when
questioning.
I'm pissed. I'm still okay.
Okay, but I'm gonna be
fine,
a little
whatever.
like a little, you know.
The Korean ethnicity is not like in any way the majority in America, right? In
Right.
the West.
Mhm.
So it is quite random why K-pop is popping up and being
Yeah.
really popular
Yeah.
in the West. So someone could have that question. I
Mhm.
don't think that's like
Well, okay.
It's not an invalid question.
Well, okay, I don't know if Ethan's gonna watch this or not, but
Yeah.
like if you are really curious, I can give you a little bit
Right.
of facts. Like, you can actually Google that own question of yours on
Okay.
Google. There's gonna be tons of articles about it, Billboard, Forbes, whatever.
Yeah.
But just to give you a few aspects of K-pop, it's family friendly, it has a community aspect in it, you can dance along with your friends with it, and it spreads good vibes and messages, and the music video productions are top notch. They have storylines within the music videos that are like the Marvel world. There's unique fashion and makeup and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool, and I wish you could check it out, not hate it. But anyways, those are a few facts about
Yes.
K-pop that make it popular in the Western world. How did this thing become a thing in Western culture? My question is, why can't it be a thing in Western culture?
I don't want to sound like, you know, I'm defending
yeah,
it or
but-
anything, but honestly, like up to this point, if someone is ignorant, and obviously America's a big country,
Yeah.
and there are lots of different people.
Yeah.
And someone like Ethan, he might not be the demographic where
Okay.
K-pop is targeted towards. So he might be completely ignorant towards K-pop, which I can totally understand. Like, you know, people in Korea, they don't know shit about country music.
Yeah.
And they're not gonna be like, you know,
How did Old Town Road, you know, become...
yeah.
I know.
So
but,
it's I think so far nothing problematic.
but I just want to ask, like, you know,
Something
like as an
follow-
American, you're exposed to diversity, and American Western culture is like, it has hip hop, it has Latin American music, all like, you know,
Yes.
popping these days. Why not K-pop too? So I don't know if asking that question is like, you know, out of curiosity or not, but if it is, okay, no, not bad so
Yeah,
far.
yeah,
So let's go on to
no
his
feelings hurt.
the real, you know, dishes coming up.
You said the steak was coming. Where's the steak?
It's
cooking?
well done. It's
Oh,
overdone.
shit.
So all these grown men and little girls are jerking off to little K-pop boys. It's like a little fetish. It's like a little Twink Gay Fetish about these K-pop boys.
So here's where I have a problem. Yeah, right?
Okay. I mean,
Like that's like
this is inevitable, I guess. Thanos.
he is fitting a very ignorant viewpoint of K-pop, a very outsider's viewpoint of
Right.
K-pop into this entire genre.
Mhm.
Honestly, like it's very. I mean, what is there to talk about? Like, he doesn't know anything, and he's very completely ignorant, and he's just generalizing K-pop into something that's people are jerking off. Little girls are jerking off to little K-pop boys. How can
That
you
sentence.
get any more condescending and also generalizing and also
Well, I kind of
completely
disagree
clueless?
to the fact that he's ignorant. Because I saw his tweet and he actually said that these idols are committing suicide because of the hate coming from like the fans and stuff, which is not true at the same time because fans are not sending the hate. It's the general public who are sending hate comments and these idols are getting affected by that. But anyways, I think he does know a lot about K-pop as a YouTuber.
Well,
and
maybe
he's like
he looked
huge
it
too.
up. Maybe
Yeah,
he looked-
either way, he does know about K-pop, but he just said that. So about the grown men and little girls like jerking off to little K-pop boys, this will probably get us demonetized.
Yeah.
Well, grown man, I'm a grown man, right? I'm 29, I'm pressing 30, and I like BTS. They're like 5 years younger than
Are
me.
you jerking off to them?
I'm not jerking off to them, but the reason I like them is because I respect them, even if they're younger than me. They're extremely successful. They're handsome. They know how to dance. They know how to write lyrics, music. They're well fashioned. So I want to be like them. I respect them as like a role model in some kind of way, and that's why I like them. I feel like a lot of other people around the world in like entirely different demographics have their own reasons for liking K-pop groups, not because they're just like young people like jerking off to
And who cares if they jerk off? I jerked off to like Britney Spears when I was young.
okay, that's
A lot of artists.
that was TMI
when I was young.
but I mean
They can jerk off.
that
Let
was
them jerk
TMI
off.
but
Who
man
cares?
like if he wanted to say something about that I mean he could have just not said that. Why do you have to put little girls and masturbating in the same sentence? Like it's not good.
And the part that I really don't like about this statement is that it makes it feel like the sole purpose of this entire industry and this entire genre of music,
Yeah.
the entire K-pop, is jerking off, which is completely not true. Yes, there are probably people that jerk off to K-pop, but there's also people that jerk off to, I don't know, hip-hop, whatever. There's
That is a
probably
very
someone...
weird logic. I just want to
No,
drop the
there's-
jerking off.
No, but there's
aspect
plenty
here.
of people jerking off.
I don't
Like,
even want to
there's
talk about
probably
jerking
some
off
people
because
jerking off in this
it's
building
totally
right now.
unnecessary.
No, I'm
You know
just
what
saying lots of people jerk off all the time.
Okay, but
And
I know
some people jerk off to weird
Danny's just
stuff,
getting
like music
excited
videos.
because he's talking about jerking
Okay,
off
okay,
here,
go
but
ahead.
like, I don't think it's necessary in the first place to bring up jerking off or little girls or little
Yeah,
boys in the first place to talk about
I mean,
music.
why are we even talking about little girls jerking
Yeah,
off? That's just
this
like-
is just not
Why are you
the
even
area
talking
we should
about
step
that?
foot into. Like, this is like the red zone.
Yeah,
so
don't talk about that.
like, no, underage people don't mess with. And on top of that, the little Twink Gay Fetish. From what I know, Twink is like it's like a way of calling gay people like
okay.
attractive gay people.
Oh, Ethan's been known to say like the N-word.
Yeah,
he's like
so-
saying a lot of different.
But those past comments or anything, they don't justify his actions. And this
No, I'm
time
just saying,
again,
like, he's like this all
yeah,
the time.
like this time
Yeah.
again, Twink Gay Fetish.
Yeah.
This is just I just have to say there has been a stigma and stereotype upon K-pop that it's for gay people. And I'm just wondering when this stigma will disappear because like that's not true statistically at all. I mean, there's a lot of gay people that like K-pop, but I'm sure there's a lot more people that like pop and Latin American music too. So if you go to like, we personally went to like K-Con, Madison Square Garden, and Rose Bowl and everywhere, and the demographics we have seen were very diverse, from toddlers, kids, teenagers, adults, and
Right.
old people as well. And from my observation, I saw a lot of like adults as well. They were not like predominantly teenagers and just little kids and gay people. So I don't know where that, image or stigma came from, but I think it's time to change because like as he said with his own words, he said BTS and K-pop is a thing now. At one point he's acknowledging that it has made some kind of like breaking through in the American market. So as it is a thing, I think it's time to realize that it's not just for a minority, and you shouldn't really use that against that minority because that's bullying and belittling at the same time. So, and I think K-pop is wonderful because of that diversity as well. Like if you are to use his logic that it's for gay people, little girls, which genre do you see that has a fan base of little girls, old people, gay, LGBT, everyone? So isn't it beautiful? He could shove his words back to himself and it would apply and he would realize and acknowledge why it's popular. Like he's answering his own questions. Yeah, so as I said, there's a lot of positive aspects about K-pop and it's getting bigger and bigger. It's becoming mainstream. Who knows whether it's going to be big like Latin American music in America right now, but the fact is there are a lot of positive aspects about it, and that's why people like it. So I think he should focus more on the positive aspects, like 90% of it, more than like just nitpicking the suicide aspect, which he put a wrong correlation on, like fans bullying the idols. That was the steak, but now we have like the dessert, and like he mentions other YouTubers such as like PewDiePie, and like PewDiePie likes K-pop. And he has this expression like, why does he like it? And he can't understand. And I really hope PewDiePie makes a video about it, why he likes K-pop. And you know what? Like, if you think about it, maybe that's the reason PewDiePie is the biggest and the most like influential.
Because he likes K-pop?
No. Because of the fact he likes K-pop and a lot of other things too. He embraces and he promotes diversity, and he likes it. He's not disrespectful about it. And he made a video about K-pop, if I recall. And he actually made fun of it too. Inside the video, he was like playing like kinky weird videos, but he was not disrespectful. He was not saying it's gay shit or like little girls jerking off to it. He was just being like, oh my god, what the hell is this? Stuff like that. And he was being funny and joking about it. And you can be funny in a way that is not condescending or disrespectful. So maybe that's the formula of his success, PewDiePie. I really wish PewDiePie, since he was mentioned in Ethan's comments, I really wish he comes out with a reaction to this. Like, maybe he will, because this is like trending on Twitter right now, and like,
I hope he does.
H3H3 is canceled party, something like that is trending on Twitter. And you know, like all the big YouTubers, Ninja reacted to it, Casey liked it. Casey liked Ethan's post, like, oh, I'm canceled on Twitter.
I mean, I don't think Casey would be liking K-pop. I don't see that happening.
I think he might be sarcastic about the fact that he, in YouTube Rewind 2018, he's the one K-pop. So I mean, yeah, he has context in it, but anyways, that's basically our thoughts.
Mostly yours.
Yeah, because Danny's just like whatever he likes.
I mean, I don't like Ethan. I have watched H3 podcasts previously, and I know Ethan's character. He's always the condescending asshole, and that's just his type of humor. Right. Which some people will like, some people don't like. I used to like it, but then I was like, oh man, this guy just hates everything. So I'm like, yeah, whatever, but that's just like what he does every single time. So it's not surprising for someone who's watched Ethan and H3 podcast for a very long time for him to be making fun of.
So you're like, oh, it's another day of Ethan.
Yeah, because like he made so much fun of I don't know, like vaping culture, and everything, like every little thing that's kind of relevant in popular culture, he's made fun of. So I think this is just another sign of, oh hey, K-pop's actually a thing now. Like Ethan said, it is. Because Ethan himself is, making fun of it and making these condescending comments, which he wouldn't do if it was just a new relevant thing.
And the reason he was doing that comment was because it was on YouTube Rewind for two years, and it was a big portion of it. So like, happy K-pop, I do agree, like it might be his character and stuff, he can joke about it and people might be too offended about it, but at the same time I do think there would be a better way to like phrase it or word it and be not disrespectful.
He's never gonna be that guy.
I know, but okay,
there's no point.
As we said, until the middle of this video it was okay, but as it got into little girls jerking off and gay
but
fetishes,
he's never gonna apologize.
That's just like, we're not even requesting an apology. We're just stating our thoughts about it. So
here's the thing. I always thought I was the asshole character in the K-pop world on YouTube. I think someone took my place.
I mean, if
someone took my place, I'm like
if anybody in the world, he got like he got the most shit in the world I've seen.
No, Ethan's
like, in the K-pop world. In the K-pop
world. But Ethan's taking that place.
But Ethan's like, he doesn't even care about this community, so he's like immune to it. But like Danny is in this community, but he was like, abandoned by all these fandoms and got like humiliated. He got like
deja vu.
Yeah, so
PTSD,
like if it were to be anybody to hate K-pop, it would be Danny, but not the genre, but like the K-pop community.
I just don't go on Twitter as much.
Yeah, but I do think like Twitter, for example, K-pop stans, they sometimes go too far. It's sometimes annoying when they you just can't have a communication with them. Like they just post like fan cams, like they just retweet.
Which
like,
is what Ethan said, actually.
Yeah, these things like parrots, the same agenda, like just copy paste. it can be annoying. I'm agreeing and I am stating that fact too, but I'm not saying it's gay shit or you know,
like don't
little
don't
girls
really
jerking
need-
off to
you
it. You don't really necessarily have to say it that way.
And
so
like, why are we even talking about little girls jerking off?
exactly. Though that sentence itself.
Why are we even talking
Like,
about
Anyway, so those
Yeah.
are our thoughts about Ethan's and this whole H3H3 is over cancel party thing.
He's enjoying his moment.
Yeah, he's enjoying his
I
moment.
can see his face.
Yeah, he's like, bring them all like hate and you know, like
And
I'm getting
he's go-
free promotion.
And he's gonna be like, see, I told you they were all like little girls.
Yeah, proving my point, and he's going
Yeah.
through all the Twitter feeds and stuff. So, but I just thought it would be good to have like a logical feedback or
Okay.
thought session of us, and that was it for us. And if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and comment, and
Send it to
leave down.
PewDiePie.
Yeah, send it to PewDiePie. Send it to
JK
yeah, send it to JK News.
Yeah.
And send it to Philip DeFranco. Send it to. It would be amazing to spread more discussions about K-pop, and
Yeah,
if even if the
spread the
negative
love.
things are revealed, then it'll get better. It'll get eradicated. So
One
it's better for
love.
us too.
Love.
We're not supporting Ethan or his comments, but anyways,
Yeah.
we just want more talk about K-pop in general. So that would be
Ethan,
great.
Welcome to the gang.
And I think Danny's probably gonna touch this on his Patreon podcast. No, I'm just
Yeah,
making him do
okay,
it on the
okay.
spot here.
Now
so
I'm gonna do it.
So,
So go to
patreon.com/DKDKTV if you want to hear Danny's
Okay,
thoughts about it
okay.
and get exposed more to K-pop if you're interested.
All right.
So that's
See
it
you
for
guys
today.
next time.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.